Automation Expo South, and for the first time, there couldn't be anything better than what's happening here. Though we are at the last day, this bite is really important, and I'm getting it from the right person for a very wonderful reason. I am right here at Multivista. We had our awards given yesterday, and these people managed to win this one, and I'm sure they're very proud of it. Trust me, it's a truly deserving one. I have Srinath ji here with me, and sir, I want you to highlight about your experience with us, how it has been, how much of your expectations we were about to meet, and if you can also throw some light about policies, since you guys are into manufacturing, some policies that, and maybe if there were changes that you're expecting, so we get to know about all this from you, sir. So over to you.
Sure. Thank you very much. Should I hold this mic? Yeah. So essentially, I think this is the first edition of the Automation Expo South here. For Multivista also, this is the first time we are participating with Automation Expo. And what a better place than South, where we are largely present with all our offices, and wonderful way to start. There are multiple things which are coinciding for us. One of course, is the launch of our smart manufacturing solutions business. And this is very well timed for us in terms of exhibiting some new technologies which are kind of not breaking away from the traditional PLC, HMI drive servos that we have used, to things like autonomous mobile robots, collaborative robots, AI, AR, and software solutions. So there's a variety of things that we are displaying here. And I think it's a larger educational process that we are into, because all of these technologies, Industry 4.0, remains to be still something which is kind of hyped and understood not as deeply as it should be. So many things at this point for us is at an awareness phase. What is an autonomous vehicle? How does it operate? We want people to go near to it, stand in front of it, and find out what this vehicle does, experiment with it. And that's a better way than any other. The best way to do that is in a trade show. This is one of our products, and it will move autonomously. So essentially it's a driverless vehicle planned to carry materials in a shop floor. And so I normally call in a joking way, these are the legs and these are the hands. And are we giving these legs and hands to replace humans? No. We are giving these legs and hands to add it to the human ability for them to be able to be assisted in their operations. And at times it also takes away that work. That is primarily because manufacturing is not a cool place to work for laborers anymore, because they have other avenues. So for example, manufacturing is a tough job, and people rather prefer to go to a mall and be there in an air-conditioned environment. You probably get paid the same amount of money. So manufacturing is not the cool job. So you need passion to be in the manufacturing industry. You need to be in the passion to be in the automation industry to serve the manufacturing. Only those communities will work in this. It's a very small community of people who really want to give back. And fundamentally, core is manufacturing. So if you don't manufacture, if you don't produce products, what does businesses do? Nothing, right? So it's a core of it.
So since you handle a manufacturing unit, you are more into creating the product. So I'm sure it's not easy, because in India there are a lot of policies and a lot of such things to meet. Sometimes things begin to fall in the way. Is there something you'd like to highlight, and talk of, which could, or talking about policies as in which would make it easy for manufacturing? Would you like to throw some light on that?
Sure. So I'll tell you, India is changing. India is very forward-looking these days, and there's a lot of things which is being done good, which I think I wanted to acknowledge, because many a times we see what has not been done. But let's also look at what has been done. So the recent PLI scheme, which is incentivizing manufacturers to invest on technology and invest on capital equipments, but with a specific requirement of improving productivity in the plants, is a great move from the country leadership and government. But I'll tell you what are many things that we can do. Look at China as a country, and a country similar to India in terms of the number of people. Their automation levels is at least 10 to 15 folds higher. Now you might wonder, why does China need automation and why does India doesn't need automation? But that's not true. In fact, all of them need automation, primarily because you have to make the humans do what they are good at. So any job that is repetitive, dull, dangerous, dirty, I call it in the past, and also something today which is even more challenging, we have to make it interesting, because the next generation is not going to do unless the job is interesting. The interest is created by technology. If such kind of equipments are moving to man, we need people. We need to be able to install this, run this, maintain it. We really need to put human intelligence. That's where the youngsters would actually get excited about manufacturing. So I see a rebirth of manufacturing when technology is coming. You talk about AI today, AI coming to manufacturing. That's a great way to get the manufacturing excited about, make manufacturing exciting for the people to come and work in it. Otherwise, it's a very dull, boring job.
Sir, I see the Make in India spirit there, and I am happy to once again congratulate you on this achievement. I'm happy to meet a person who's not just because we're going around and we're catching up with the people who are come from Automation Expo, which we have in Mumbai, have placed themselves for Automation Expo South. But you're the one who's doing Automation Expo South for the first time, and with us in ID as well for the first time. So you've not done Mumbai, and this Chennai experience is amazing for you. So I'm glad to meet your team, to meet you, and in a very particular way, to meet your new hands and legs. And I wish you all the very best, sir, because you're the brain behind these hands and legs. So thank you to Multivista for making this brainchild coming so alive. So all the very best to you, sir.
For all of you also, because these things don't happen with one person's effort. It's a combined team effort. We are all doing, and we are all doing with the same purpose of making this industry and making the country better. Thank you very much.
We're happy to be working with you, sir. Thank you and all the very best.